everyone, my name is Victoria. Welcome to my studio. Today we will paint very simple Christmas ornament in Adobe Photoshop. We will be using basic brushes, so you don't have to go anywhere and download any brush or brushes. I have provided you with this reference image and also with color palette we will be using today. We will be using colors in this palette, and also we will add few extra colors as well. Feel free to use your own colors, feel free to use your own reference image. Everything is up to you. Now I have three layers. First layer is simple background layer with white color. Second layer is a reference image, this Christmas ornament, and top layer is our color palette. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to eyedropper tool and I will pick a color from my color palette. After that, I will switch to ellipse tool and I will create this simple shape, just like that. After that, after I release my mouse or pen, I will switch to curvature pen tool and I will click at the at this point at the bottom of our ellipse. I will click on it and I will drag it outside, just like that. Yes, please. Just like that. Next step is right click on our ellipse layer and ask Photoshop to rasterize this layer. After Photoshop did it, I will click on lock transparent pixels icon to lock all empty pixels around my ellipse. Now I can paint inside my ellipse without being careful not to paint outside of my ellipse, because we locked all transparent pixels around it. Now I will switch back to eyedropper tool and I will click on this gray color. Next step is to switch to rectangle tool and create this simple rectangle shape, just like that. We created shape with sharp edges, 4 sharp edges. In the properties panel, you have under appearance of workspace, you have these 4 icons. Bottom icons represent bottom angles of our rectangle tool, and top icons represent top angles or corners of your rectangle tool, rectangle shape. What I will do, I will click on top right corner and I will drag my slider, virtual or hidden slider, just like that. After I satisfied the shape of my top corner, top left or right corner, depends on where you started from, I will tap on next, I will click on next corner, and I will type exactly same number and I will hit return key, just like that. If you want to reposition your shape, you can do it as well, just like that. And by the way, the best way is to zoom in your document, and now you can preview everything in a better way, just like that. Now I'm happy with everything. What I will do next is I will rasterize this layer and I will lock transparent layers, transparent pixels around my rectangle shape as well. So now we have 2 shapes. First shape is our ellipse shape and top shape, second shape is our rectangle shape. What I will do, I will click on ellipse layer, just like that, and I will click on brush tool. I will open my brush panel, and here guys, don't pay attention to all my brushes. We will be not using them today. We will be using only one brush, and you can find this brush under general brushes library. Today we will be using soft round pressure opacity brush, just like that. Click on it and voila. Close brushes panel to have more space to work with. Now guys, I will switch to my eyedropper tool and I will click on our ellipse tool shape, just like that. What did I do? I picked color from this shape, our original color. Now I will click on foreground color icon, and here what I will do, I will move color stop a little bit on the right side. So now we have a little bit darker shade, few stops darker, just like that. And I will click OK. I will switch back to my brush tool. I will make my brush size bigger, and I will apply a few brush strokes, just like that. Try not to apply a large brush stroke with one brush stroke. Try to apply short brush strokes and release your hand. Short brush stroke and release your hand. Just like that. Look at this. Now I will click on my foreground color icon, and I will specify color a lighter than our original color and our second color. You can use any of those colors in our palette. After that, I will bring size of my brush down, and I will add a few highlights on the right side of my ornament, on the left side, and in the middle, just like that. Just like that. After that, I will switch to the mixer brush tool, long press on your brush tool, and the last brush in this family is a mixer brush tool. In the options bar, I specify wet 15%, load 29%, mix 25%, and float 24%. Also, I specify that I would like to clean my brush after each brush stroke. This is very important. I will increase size of my brush just like that, and I will blend all colors together. Because I'm using tablet, I'm using Wacom tablet, I have pressure sensitivity. Pressure sensitivity is very important if you are serious about painting or any digital imaging. Pressure sensitivity helps us to control how much paint we apply on our canvas, so we can control intensity of our paintbrush, just like that. Look at this. Now I will switch back to my brush tool. I will click on my foreground color icon, and I will pick white color. I will click OK. I will make size of my brush smaller, and I will add a little bit more highlights in here. Just like that. Look at this. And also at the top, just like that. And I will switch back to the mixer brush tool, and I will smooth all colors together. Again, guys, don't try to apply one fat brush strokes. A small brush stroke and release your hand. Small brush stroke and release your hand. This is very helpful. Just like that. Look at this. How beautiful is it? Gorgeous. I will make size of my brush bigger, and I will just drag white color a little bit to the right, just like that. And now we have perfect shape of our ornament. What I will do next, I will switch to my eyedropper tool, and I will pick this purple color. I will switch back to my brush tool, and I will bring opacity of my brush down to about 25. I will make size of my brush bigger, and I will add just a few brush strokes of this purple color. Look at this. Now we have 3D dimensional illusion. What else I would like to do? I would like to switch to my eyedropper tool, and I will pick darker blue color from our palette, just like that. I will switch back to my brush tool. I will make a size of my brush smaller, and I will add just a little bit color on the side, just like that. Look at this. Just like that. And voila. and maybe a little bit here. Just like that. Look at this, guys. It's very easy, it's very relaxing. And voila, half of our ornament is done. Now let's talk about top of our ornament. I will click on rectangle layer, just like that, to select this layer. I will switch to eyedropper tool. I will click on my rectangle shape to pick color from the shape. After that, I will click on foreground color, and I will pick darker shade of gray color. Switch back to my brush tool, and I will apply. Oh, I forgot to bring opacity of my brush back to 100%, just like that. And now, using our gray color, we will add a little bit dark color to the top of our ornament, just like that. Look at this. Now I will switch to darker shade of same color, and I will add just a few brush strokes, guys, not too much, just like that. And now, to blend all colors together, I will switch to the mixer brush tool. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will mix all colors together. By the way, guys, I'm not pressing my pen too hard. I'm just brushing on top of my colors, and mixer brush tool mixes everything together. Now we have beautiful topper of our ornament, but we need to bring more highlights to it to make it more alive. To do so, I will switch to eyedropper tool, and I will click here to pick white color from our palette. And yes, I will switch back to my brush tool. I'm sorry, just like that. Brush tool. I will make size of my brush smaller, and I will add a few highlights, just a few highlights, because if I will add highlights from the top to the bottom, or from the bottom to the top, along entire shape, we will lose 3D illusion. We want to blend all colors together. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will add just a little bit highlights on the sides, just like that. And yes, guys, you're right. I will switch to mixer brush tool. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will blend all highlights and shadows together, just like that. And again, guys, I'm not pressing on my canvas with full force. I'm just applying short, light brush strokes, just like that. Now I think I need to add just a few more highlights. To do so, I will click on foreground color, and I will make sure that I have pure white color. I will switch back to my brush tool. I will apply just a pinch of white color, just like that. Not too much, guys, just a pinch. And voila. Switching back to mixer brush tool will help me to bring everything in harmony, just like that. And I'm happy. The last thing I would like to add to this shape is I will switch to my brush tool, just like that. I will make sure that I have black color, pure black color, and I will add a few brush strokes inside my shape, but close to outside border, I will say, like that, just like that. Look at this. Voila, guys, look at this. How beautiful is it? If you would like, you can add a few darker brush strokes inside your shape, just like that. Voila. And switching back to mixer brush tool, I will smooth out these two colors just a little bit, not too much, just like that. and I'm happy. Look at this, guys. What we need to do next? Next, I will create a new empty layer. I will click on this layer and I will move this layer between our two shapes. So this new layer will be on top of our ellipse layer, on top of this layer, but below our rectangle layer, just like this. I will switch to my brush tool, just like that. I will make the size of my brush smaller and I will add just this circle, just like that. Now, to make this circle more realistically looking, I will switch to light gray color and I will add a few brush strokes inside, just like that. And voila, guys, look at this. So now let's talk about our background. You can use any color for your background. It's up to you. Today I will be not using any color for my background because this tutorial for my beginners, and I would like to bring your attention to our entire ornament. Our entire ornament right now looks like 3D object, and this is the purpose of all highlights and all shadows we apply to our ornament today. What I will do now, guys, I will highlight our background layer, our first layer, and I will create a new empty layer. After that, I will switch to my eyedropper tool and I will pick a lighter blue color, just like that. Switch back to brush tool and bring opacity value for your brush about probably, let's see, about 15. Increase size of your brush, just like that, and apply light brush stroke, just a few light brush stroke, just like that, not too complicated, just a little bit, just like that. After that, switch to, I'm sorry guys, see, this I made mistake. I created a shadow with gray color. My rule, never create a shadow with gray color, in gray colors. Your shadow is supposed to be in cold color, so any cold color will work perfectly fine for any shadow. What I will do, I will delete this layer, I will create a new empty layer, and I will pick this blue color. After that, I will switch to my brush tool. I have opacity of my brush specified to 15%, and I will add just a few brush strokes, just like that. Maybe for you, this shadow is not visible, and this is perfectly fine, because next step is to create second part of our shadow. Look at on our reference image, we have kind of 3 shadows, because look at our ornament, we have 3 different lights in our ornaments. That means that our object has 3 different light sources. 3 different light sources will give you 3 different shadows. So this is one shadow, this is second shadow, just like that, and this is third shadow. After that, I will increase opacity value about 50 or 61, and I will add a little bit more shadow under my ornament, just like that. Next step is to increase opacity of your brush to 100%. Click on foreground color and pick darker shade of any cold color you use, any cold color, just like that. Click OK, bring size of your brush down and create darker shade directly, darker shadow directly under your ornament, because if you will look around, you will see that darkest shadow under any object is the shadow directly under your object, just like that. Now I will switch back to my mixer brush tool. I will increase the size of my mixer brush tool, and I will blend colors together, just like that. Just like that. Look at this. And voila, guys. Look at this. This is our perfect shadow. Perfect shadow. By the way, guys, if you have trouble to select the mixer brush tool, after you selected your mixer brush tool, open the brush panel and pick Same Brush, Soft, Round, Pressure, Opacity brush, and voila, now you have your brush tool, soft, round, pressure, opacity brush tool, and you have the soft, round, pressure, opacity, the mixer brush tool. Just like that. And this is, guys, what I wanted to share with you today. Let me hide two layers, our reference image layer and our color layer. I will select, one second, I will select all our layers. I will switch to the move tool and I will move it in the middle, in the center, just like that. And voila, guys, this is our ornament. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, paint something. Paint your Christmas or winter ornament and share your creation with me on Twitter or Instagram. I cannot wait to see what you will create after this video. I always appreciate when you sharing your art with me. So guys, thank you so much. Happy holidays and I will see you later. Bye.